and I would advise my viewers who might be questioning your authenticity that you won that case. Now, so the charge was practicing medicine without a license and claiming that you had a remedy to cure AIDS, cancer, and diabetes. AIDS, cancer, and diabetes.
There's a lot of little jewels that you're saying in there. That's what I like. Like I said, the medicine really is in the candy. Because even when you drop a ball like about Dr. Sebi, like just that one thing they killed Dr. Sebi will make somebody go research.
Oh, they killed him already? Dr. Sebi's there?
Yeah, he did. I thought it was Sebi.
Sebi. My bad, I said it wrong.
I'm
a LA nigga, man. My lingo a little different.
Have you met Dr. Sebi?
I never met him. I met his wife, and I take his products for sure.
That nigga had hella wild.
I mean, he was, when we interviewed him, I think he was about
74.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all interviewed him?
Yeah, we interviewed him twice.
Man.
Not here, but when I was on the other show. He was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
On his knees. Yeah. And jump back down, no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic doctors?
Messing up the medical industry.
You shortstopping that grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga's spot? You shortstopping the grind. And these niggas...
Killed in front of your own shit, talking about stopping the grind. That's what just happened to this nigga.
Pharmaceutical money.
He just got killed in front of his own shit.
I'm working on
trying to talk about it.
The trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York. Right. Because he put in the newspaper, he cured AIDS. Yeah. He beat the case. And he went to federal court the next day and beat
the
that
Supreme
case.
Court, nigga.
And nobody talk about it.
So the question is,
this shit crazy.
How did you win that case against what some people say are the toughest prosecutors in the land?
Nigga, facts.
Well,
the truth.
It was 1987.
87, not 79, 87.
The 10th
when was this recorded?
Okay.
I don't know.
My mother knew they were coming. When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient,
13.
She said, they ain't gonna get you. They ain't gonna get you.
So let me stop.
His mama told him.
You said I cured my 13 AIDS patients.
Yeah.
So you had 13 patients.
Yeah.
Who had AIDS.
Yeah.
And then you say you cured them.
Sure.
Come on, man.
Keep talking.
So my mother said, they're gonna get you. I said, but Mom, why are they gonna get me? Because you must remember that you live in a society that support a certain philosophy and a certain system. You being the color that you are, black, and then you're going against the grain, they're going to get you. So, when I'm in my office on February the 10th, here come the detectives.
Look.
You were charged with practicing medicine without a license.
Without going to school and paying millions.
By the FDA and claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases.
If it's working, why is it a problem?
Said,
because you ain't go through their process, bro. It don't matter what you got this working. They don't want it to work.
I asked the detective, how do you know that?
Because you were advertising in newspapers.
Of course. I advertised in the Village Voice, the Amsterdam News, and the New York Post.
And you were telling people through your advertising that you can cure
AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness,
herpes, everything, blindness, all kind of shit. If he can catch it early enough with straight herbs, nigga.
But the funny thing about it, I was happy. I was very, very, extremely happy. When everybody in my office was crying, I was happy because my mama told me they were coming. And I knew that I had sufficient evidence to prove my position. Not only scientifically, empirically, historically, and whatever way they would like this die.
It's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox.
King, what up, King?
Day 6 of 14.
Yeah, you started.
Yeah. So.
No food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can help you if you are, cancer and you have heart issues. And it's all natural herbs and all organic and all holistic without actually going to
be on time.
doctor and getting
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. How you feel though? You feel
I
the
actually
difference?
feel pretty good.
Do you feel the difference? You think?
I do.
Wow.
It could be also because I cut a lot of things out and I haven't had any food, nothing solid at all in the past 6 days. But I feel all right, better than I thought.
Just to go back to the Dr. Sebi thing real quick, what makes you want to do a documentary? Okay,
get it right, man.
What makes you want to do a documentary about Dr. Sebi?
I think think the story is important. I think
it's very important.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I
Look,
think
Angela, it is.
Anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could show you an example of him going to trial, proving in a court
that he did
to a jury that he cured AIDS. Y'all would be interested in that.
Absolutely.
And y'all would look into the way he did it, right? So I feel like more so than like championing his products or explaining his methodology, put some light on that case.
On the case.
So
you see what I'm saying? You can only do that with money.
I'm saying
I can go buy the products and then put it on Instagram and niggas ain't gonna give a fuck.
Like to know.
You know what I'm saying?
But
you have a platform. You buy the product, it's just like, oh, that nigga's on the Dr. Sebi shit. He finna put out a documentary. You gotta go look into that. Like all of the shit that's into this man and everything he does to be able to do what he did. You gonna look into that.
The man had a right to arrest me, but he was making a mistake. So I'm sitting in jail. And I'm happy. When I got out of jail and I began to...
I posted the brochure and niggas was like, bro, I need that. Where can I get it? What you mean? I tagged the whole website.
And
where can you get it?
They were... Your Honor.
Go to the website.
You defended
Get your
yourself.
information.
Of course I did.
Feed yourself.
Your Honor, is it a fact that the Holy Bible teaches that the herbs are for the healing of the nations? She said yes. Is it a fact that science shows that the human body is carbon-based, and to complement a carbon-based body, you must have a carbon-based substance to complement it, because the body only accepts the substance through the process of chemical affinity. Chemical affinity is important. It's an electrical transport. Chemical affinity. The body could only accept what it is made of, not something new or alien to it. Last question. Your Honor, is it a fact that the father of medicine, Mr. Hippocrates, the man that established the principle of medical science today, cured every disease known to man? Did he use herbs or chemicals? She said herb. I said, thank you very much. I rest my case.
Imagine being able to cure cancer or being able to cure any type of herpes, just all kinds of
And that's what he do, by the way.
That's what he did. Yeah. He used to send all types of vitamins up to the station.
You had herpes?
No. I said vitamins.
This nigga is making a joke out of everything. Bitch. Charlemagne.
What did he say?
You
He
have
always do that
herpes?
to everybody. He do that to everybody.
Nigga's a bitch.
Charlemagne?
Yeah.
He do that to everybody. I don't like how he do that.
I mean, that's what he called himself. The, whatever, something of
that's the end of the shit. That motherfucking interview was good.
That was the world star. I mean, that was the world,
Bro, that motherfucker, the
Breakfast
truth.
Club.
This one. The one we just watched.
The Breakfast Club. I'm finna go to that shit.
Yeah, his interview with the Breakfast Club. That's what I need to watch.
What they got to say?
Wake that ass up in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Man, this shit is crazy.
I'm sitting here thinking this morning, I'm like, you know what? We're talking about it, and like not talking about it is not going to make it
Not at all.
Not be true.
Not at all.
I don't even believe we're saying this on a Monday morning.
Yeah, we got
April 1st.
Rest in peace to Nipseyhussle.
That don't even sound right.
It don't sound right.
It didn't sound right yesterday when I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It
Real
definitely
talk,
don't sound
bro.
right.
I waited.
Yeah, you ain't joking no more and all that.
I waited like
Nipsey,
3 or 4 hours before believing the shit like that nigga just in the
When I first
hospital
heard
and
it, I
came
was
up.
like,
He ain't dead yet.
Like, oh, he was a good brother. Now, Nipsey was a really
genuine,
solid individual. Not
authentic.
even just a rapper, but as a man, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, we used to share books with each other together. Like he's a very solid brother. It's always about healing with him and just becoming a better individual every day and helping himself to help his community. Like not Nipsey. Y'all not supposed to take Nipsey out.
Yeah, like I said, he's a good dude. I know him for a long time. I know him when before he was the Nipseyhussle that everybody knew, and people weren't necessarily sure if he could rap, and he was toying with Def Jam at the time when he was going to sign to Def Jam, and then he was signed to Def Jam, and then Jermaine Dupri, and us kind of got him out that situation so he could keep his masters, and he's a very smart businessman. It's just very, very, very sad he took Nipsey away.
Not Nipsey, man. And please, stop with all these dumbass conspiracy theories about they killed him over some Dr. CB documentary. No, that is not the situation. That is not the case whatsoever. That's another classic example of street nonsense.
Yeah, people
that's all
just go with anything. So, we had the pleasure of interviewing Nipsey.
That's why I say bitch ass nigga.
He
don't even want to acknowledge it. Could stop talking this nonsense about. How's it nonsense, nigga?
He was on your whole show
talking about the shit. Lisa, Left Eye died off the shit, bro. This bitch went to the nigga's compound and died while she was out there.
Dr. CB had a compound.
It's still out there. It's still out there, nigga. That's where my nigga went. That's where my nigga went.
He was at his store. He has a store called Marathon in L.A. And 3 people, somebody came up to him and shot. 2 people shot. One died, and it was Nipseyhussle. 3 was they just said the suspect is a black male in his 20s. They said he fled on foot, and there was a driver waiting for him. They believe the driver was a
Bro, these niggas is saying that they don't even think it's Dr. CB's behind none of that shit. Charlamagne and them, they on some weak shit.
They talking like this is just
yeah, but if he's not, I'm saying if he gonna say that, how come he ain't speaking on what he think happened then?
Because he's a sellout.
I'm saying, how come he ain't saying what he think happened? If
he's a media sellout. He can't say what he think, bro. Your job will be taken. Your accreditation will be watered down. You know what I mean? You're not invited to none of those parties you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to say that.
I'm saying all the black niggas need to all these black niggas need to say something. Somebody need to say something.
Niggas is afraid. Look what just happened to this nigga. Niggas who fuck with
Nipsey, any rappers, anything on some black shit, y'all need to come out and say some shit right now, nigga.
Period. That's what I said on Twitter. All you hip hop bosses, what you talking about? Y'all niggas need to be out here. T.I., all these niggas.
What's that? You need a wood? You need a backwood?
No.
Oh, you don't fuck with backwood?
He do.
I do, but yeah, no.
Okay.
I ain't never had these before.
This nigga just been on a tirade of Swisher samples. This nigga came over here with something.
They keep coming with all these flavors, nigga. It's probably right here. Yep, Cocoa Blue.
I said this nigga coming over here with some other shit.
Man, down with the paper on the motherfucker.
I usually use hemp paper, but that shit burns so quick with people smoking and shit. That's more of a solo dolo kind of situation.
Bro, tell your name again.
Jordan. Yeah.
How long ago was this interview he had on the Breakfast Club?
Like 2 weeks ago or so.
Oh, this wasn't even that old?
No, bro. Hell no. Hell no. That shit ain't old at all. That shit ain't old at all. This shit happened like last month, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Something like that. It ain't even older than 3 months old. Put it like that.
Everybody, it's DJ NV Angela Yee. Show me the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got
shit, he said he was
guest
on
in
his
the
way
building.
before you, so he might be waiting in the building.
What up?
Gotcha.
What's up, my brother?
Still, bro.
I don't know nothing about LA politics, but are you allowed to wear that much red?
I can do what I want.
I can do what I want.
Shit, this my brand, so
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like how red look gold, you know what I mean?
Do people trip like that?
Cheeks, nigga.
Man.
I like how red liquid gold, nigga.
Again, everybody know who I am as far as where I belong. So, you know, I be seeing like internet comments sometimes when I be flamed up, but in LA, you know what I mean? We grew up, if you was a real one, you can wear what you want. That shit don't really apply. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
But is it still heavy like that?
other shit.
I mean, it's like if I'm in somebody else's hood with a gang of red on,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not a known face, and I'm in a crib hood, yeah, I'll probably get addressed.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll have that problem. They be like, that's Nip, you know what I'm saying?
Well, congratulations on the album. I got
Find me,
started
man.
by
Find
saying
me.
that.
Find me.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Victory Lap in store. Go grab that
You
street,
hear
man.
what he just said?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas ain't making random blow moves on a nigga like this. And you're known.
Well, I think you're talking about the line when I was like, this ain't this weirdo rap you motherfuckers used to. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, I felt pressure a little bit from where the game is at. And it ain't no diss to nobody specific, just like it ain't in the direction of what we grew up on. In terms of like, you gotta say something. You know what I mean? You gotta be a man of respect.
Don't none of those rules apply no more.
You know what I mean? Even from like,
don't none of them rules apply no more.
You know, that was never glorified in
I'm telling you, bro. He just changed how a lot of niggas is moving out here from yesterday on out.
Tupac lyrics.
I know he fuck. Hey, I know that shit moved me. I'm not, bro. Hell no. I don't want to be known or get to be known for nothing.
You know, just
period.
Turn into that direction. I don't know, like.
Period.
Telling people what to do.
I don't care if I open up a motherfucking college for nothing but niggas.
That's one thing I like.
My name ain't gonna be on it.
His name went on the marathon shit.
Yes, it is. Ain't nobody else would know marathon if it wasn't for him. That's what I'm saying. You can't have your name on nothing. You put that building over there, you put that product in there, and you go hire somebody to be the face of that shit. Because this right here is what happens. If it's not the, you know what I mean? If it's not about Dr. CB, this is what happens when you put your name on shit and you're positive in your outlook on everything you've done leading up until now. You started stuff in the community. You got building, giving niggas jobs. When you get took out and it's not over Dr. CB, your name can't be attached to shit. You can't be positive. You can't get good. It don't matter. There's no out of this shit. You either get good in our life and Uncle Sam holla at you, or you get good in his life and our block come holla at you. Your cousins, your homies, your, you know what I mean? The niggas that you cool with is the niggas that snake with. So if it ain't Uncle Sam, when you get good, that nigga standing next to you in all these pictures is who gonna blow your brains out in front of your establishment. Ain't no way out, bro. Ain't no fucking way out right now. If niggas is getting hit like this, we ain't shit. We'll get spilled for nothing. This nigga actually got shit going on.
Wherever I end up, you gonna know that you can end up
positive shit.
Whether it's at the top of the game or
y'all thugs still out here bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got these weirdos out here pushing all this lame shit, ain't talking about nothing. Shit happens, they be like, oh, I don't care, I still want to wear this shit. And all this old lame shit. And ain't nobody even jumping. These niggas ain't even fighting these niggas. This nigga get smoked in front of it, bro.
Man, in front of his own store.
Somebody in that culture.
What is a better crip? What does that mean?
I think what Kendrick, I don't know because I ain't said, but what I would assume Kendrick meant was that, you know, somebody that is not 100%
this shit crazy.
Biased or outside of communicating with a blood, somebody from the other side of the tracks. Maybe that's what he meant. That's what I took it as, you know. But we had to ask Kendrick his take on what he meant by it.
What I've always appreciated about you is that you've always been an entrepreneur, and it does come through a lot on this album also. Just a lot of things you've done, having your own clothing line, having your own agency, and then your whole thing with the cryptocurrency.
Shout out to everybody popping in. This shit is crazy.
And I think that's important because when I first met you, I always say this.
Ain't too many people in the hip-hop industry inspire nobody, especially in this era. He's one of them guys, and he gone now.
So it makes it time to step when you do a major label deal with Atlantic Records, and you know exactly what's going on with your business, and that's so important. It's something that a lot of people need to focus on.
What made you go back to the label, though? You know, because she mentioned that. You know, when I was at Def Jam, we were trying to get you to stay at Def Jam, and you wanted out.
I was at Epic. I was at Epic.
That's right. I was at Epic. Yeah. And you wanted out. Like, you were trying to get you to stay. Like, what made you have that vision so early? Because when you were signed, this is when independent was looked down upon.
Absolutely.
What made you see that vision, and then what made you go back to the label side?
I mean, honestly, coming into rap, I told this story before. I had
think about that lamb.
Yeah. Exactly. When Cali was over.
You ready to go?
He said I ate it. Like before rap, I mean, before I got into whatever the industry is or into a label situation, my goal as a hustler was to sell 50,000 units and get 15,000 shows. And I read somewhere that Julius Santana got 15,000 shows. Like, man, that's cool. We do
yeah, I mean, in the new system, like what?
And then to be able to sell 50,000 in, because I was like, I watched Master P, I studied
I've been trying to stay away from that
successes
anyway.
with
I mean, not all together, but just only got to use it when I have to. I can't say
impressive. as an indie, then you can leverage
like
a
what it
different
does.
type
I
of
don't like how it
negotiation
does.
when you go to the label. So I always wanted to go in that direction. When I did my Epic deal,
You just turned the light on and my shit's hot.
I had a case pending. My Kanye was in jail. I thought I was about to go through a lot of time.
Turn the light on and
And
rotate
I
my
hid
shit.
out. I went to my homeboy Tiny Copy House and hid in the house. Nah, I didn't have a warrant, but somebody that I was involved in something with was in jail for the crime, and I knew the police was looking for me. He didn't tell on me, but they didn't put the warrant out so that they wouldn't alert me, but I knew what was going on.
Right.
You know, so I just was like, I'm going to sign my deal to get this check and fight my case, truthfully. You know, and, you know, by the grace of God, I got out of that situation. I ended up doing a probation violation. I signed my deal to Epic. We went to Jamaica to celebrate. We came back, and the police was at my store waiting for me the next day and took me to jail.
Why? Because you didn't get permission to leave the country?
Nah, not even that. It just was that I guess they heard I was back. You know what I mean? I guess they heard I was back in town. And I figured when I came back from Jamaica that I didn't have no warrant. Because I came back over the, country lines and they didn't arrest me at the border. So I'm like, oh, I ain't got no warrant.
I made it back.
You know, really, I'm like, I'm going to get my deal and I'm going to deal with this shit afterwards.
It's easier way to check if you got warrants.
I called lawyers and like, I don't see nothing. So I'm like, oh, we going to see.
Nigga shit.
But I was a little bit
This
more
is why you gotta
confident.
appreciate a nigga like that. He's pulling regular shit, having $1 million deals on the table. I'm gonna go on this vacation and shit. I'm gonna just see what it is when I get back.
That's gonna be my opportunity. Right. So I did my deal, and as soon as I came back, I went to jail, and I fought my case for like 2 months in the county. Got out, and I just came to New York and just started recording what became the Bullets Ain't Got No Names mixtapes. So I said all that to say.
And so you had a deal before the Bullets Ain't Got No Name mixtapes?
After Volume 1, I got my deal.
Okay.
So Volume 2, that was the one that Epic Records helped promote with Hussle in the house, and then we was like had a video on MTV, and we kind of took an incline, you know what I mean? And like,
that one track drop that had that crisscross beat, that jump beat.
But yeah, you know, I was under pressure when I
seen this nigga, bro. I'm like,
he named his son Cross.
I don't know
probably because of that.
You know, that song that blew him. Maybe so.
His son's name is Cross.
I didn't know that.
That's
crazy. But yeah, nigga, that was a song that I got put up on that nigga on. I seen the video, like, who this fake ass Snoop Dogg, bro? Like, that's the first thing I said, cuz, like, this nigga just looked too much like me, ain't no facial hair.
I wasn't looking at it like that.
Like, who is this light skinned nigga sounding like Snoop Dogg and shit, bro? This shit ain't real.
It was a regime.
This is like maybe 2 or 3 years removed from Gorilla Black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we like,
that
ain't Biggie. What is this?
It was a team of people, and Jim McDaniels also. That was,
maybe 5 years. But we're still talking about LA, California, Gorilla Black, and then it went straight from Gorilla Black to this nigga. Y'all done remade Biggie and Snoop Dogg. I didn't know what the fuck to think, nigga. I didn't even fuck with this nigga when the first track dropped. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just like, who is this nigga?
So they ain't dropped me,
They
but
had to grow
I had a convo with the general manager. I'm like, bro,
shit crazy.
I know how to get it out the trunk. You know what I mean? I appreciate what we done. Let's work for another year. And if we can't get the album out,
what's the deal? What's the deal? This shit crazy.
You compared the Down South pioneers on the album a lot. Percy Miller, James Prince, Brian Williams. What about them inspired you so much?
Just I could relate to where I saw they origin and where I saw the intention for them to go into music. I felt like that's what happened with me. Like I was knee deep in some shit, and I always had a passion for music. I was always a creative person. I really wanted to do music first before I got into the streets. And I was frustrated because I ain't had no studios. There wasn't no infrastructure on the West Coast. And it was like, it was pressure from outside. You know what I mean? And after a while, I stopped resisting it. But I always wanted to do music. So when I looked at people like, Birdman, people like his brother, not just Bird, it's a team effort.
Slim.
Jay Prince and Rap a Lot. E40 and Sick With It Records. I didn't mention him on the album, but that's another one. Jay-Z, Biggs, Dame. Everybody that was indie and that came out of the streets into the independent grind and graduated that into being commercially successful. I could trace their steps. I don't know how this person who uncle was in the game, how they had that access, or who, just had a relationship with a platinum artist. There's no disrespect to nobody, but that wasn't my reality. I was like, go ahead.
And how did you link up with Atlantic? Because now you and Atlantic have a partnership.
Yeah.
What made you do that partnership?
We had been talking for a while. Once I got out of the Epic situation, I started doing the marathon mixtapes and touring.
You said, wow, that must have been like 2-3 years. 4 years.
Yeah, no, for sure, like 2 or 3 years. And I had a certain terms that I wanted to come into the building with. And so I met with Craig probably like 012, 013. And at the time, they didn't feel like justify my time, which is probably true. So I kept working. We did the Crenshaw tape, and then at that point, we got back in the table. I mean, we sat back down at the table, and we figured out what the deal structure would be, and I did a couple more mixtapes, and then we actually inked the deal. And
did you keep that deal quiet because you wanted to keep giving the illusion of independence?
No, it wasn't the illusion of independence. It was just I had made the mistake prior to announcing the deal. And I realized people don't care about a deal. That's a business thing. People care about music. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, and what happens is that when you announce a deal, it's like a press window. You get like 30 days of press. They write about you, and I wanted that to roll into the album. Gotcha. So I didn't want to make no announcement until the album was turned in. We had a release date. So the announcement, which came December 1st.
That's just from watching everybody else, bro.
Was the first piece of content. It came out with a single and with a video. From then, we was, piece content up until February 16th was the album release.
Very strategic. I love the planning.
You have to be.
You talk about West Coast infrastructure. It was a period when you needed a Dr. Dre cosign to get out of the West. Why do you think that changed?
Because Dr. Dre stopped putting out music.
I was about to say.
When he stopped putting out music, niggas stopped giving a fuck about it. Like, what? All right, he's the mad scientist in the corner somewhere in the dark.
Man.
He ain't got to okay me. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
People might not know are connected to these islands. They connected. You got the, Jimmy Iovine, Dr. Dre Island, which you got to list all the artists. Tupac came under that. Drake, Snoop, Gang,
Kendrick.
Well, yeah, Kendrick is a part of the Top Dog thing as well, but it connects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so then you got, the Lior, Def Jam Island.
300 shit.
Not Island Records, I'm just saying Island. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and a lot of Rough Riders, Murder Inc., Rockefeller. Yeah, Kanye and all the artists that came after Ye fall under that. And then you got what's the other one? Whatever Happened on Sony. You know what I mean? And so damn, I kind of lost train of thought about what you asked. You was like the Dr. Dre thing. Yeah. So I feel like it was one of them three.
That comes from smoking dope.
Right, for an artist. And unless you wanted to go what I call just taking the stairs and figuring out how to get into one of those situations as your own thing. Top Dog did it. You know what I'm saying? Top Dog created his own thing. I remember them, we was all on the LAX tour together. And it was years and years and years, and they held out and established themselves as their own entity. And so that was my goal, to build an island myself. You know what I mean? I saw even like Jay, they got Rock Nation. That's an island.
Right, absolutely.
That's its own thing. Even though it came from them being an artist connected to another situation, they have turned that into its own operation. So go ahead.
No, good. And you mentioned also on the album that, you don't do radio records.
Right.
You don't focus on, I got to find a record for radio.
Right.
And you've done that from the beginning of your career. Now it doesn't matter. But back then, everybody wanted the radio record, and every label was looking for that radio record. Does a label now look for that? Because with all their signees, I can't think of most people that don't have a record that they push on radio.
I think that it's two ways to go about it. And I think you can be an album artist that, you focus on your product is the album. Or you can be a single-driven artist or try to find a balance between both. But I think, you look at Beyonce, at the beginning of her career, it was all hits. It was all singles. But then at a point, it was focus became the album. And it was you know what I'm saying? It was just how to make the album an event. And then whatever the people chose, that'll be the record that, everybody got behind. You support it with your visuals and everything. But I would never say that we intentionally avoid trying to end up on the radio. But just, from where I was standing and what the message was and what the story was, I tried making radio records in the past and it ain't feel authentic.
And you don't really need it.
Yeah, I mean, the game, it's a different game right now. I think it's a lot about streaming. It's about making a product that people really want to hear over and over again. But you always can, radio gonna give you that next level touring. So I wouldn't. When I said that, I was like, I ain't need radio to do mine. I done fine. I mean, to get here. Right. You know what I mean? We want to keep going, obviously, and penetrate the boundaries we haven't penetrated. But to this point, I just was speaking to how we was gorillas with the tactic. Gotcha.
What kind of conversations did you and Diddy have? Because you and Diddy formed a relationship. I assume through Lauren London and Cassie. And...
Yeah. Bug threw me the alley-oop, you know.
Oh, you ever on it?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, you know, we was at Cassie's birthday, something like that, you know.
What made you want to get a old nigga like
Tragedy.
one young nigga?
You want to shop my man? We show you that
Diddy chose a young nigga. I'm trying to get more rap niggas. I was referencing the Hate Me Now.
The cat.
I knew one dude named Fee, but he was hell black. Like,
presence on that record with
he
Nas
used to date
I'm like, look, this the record, this rap nigga. I want you to get on this, put the big on in the video. We gonna make a movie. And he was like,
you want to shop
he told me the whole story behind that. He like, bro, I busted $40 million check a week before I did that movie.
Shit, it's a little BlackBerry joint. They was $2-4, so I just grabbed some of them.
Like, I went and spent all this dough on the chain, and we got Tigers.
Just a little something to take the edge
check
off,
my life.
man.
So
One for one, young Nippy.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when I played the rest of the songs for
like I said,
him,
man, judging is hard to face either way, man.
Yeah, so, you know, he just went in the booth.
Especially the way it happens, the way it goes down.
Start gassing, you know.
You
but
can't
even
tell
still,
me,
like,
listen
rap
how
niggas,
this man is
he
talking.
gave me some real
Ain't nobody ran up and shot
record.
this nigga, man.
When I played it for him, it was different than what y'all heard.
He said it wasn't loud enough.
Yeah,
nobody's ran up and shot him. Them white folks sent them people. They was like, it's time to clean this up.
This is what y'all trying to do on this record. Maximize, make it sound like this, and we went back in the studio.
They was like, he's getting a little too far with this shit.
Turned it up, added the symphonies all the way through, so it sounded more like West Coast body, you know what I mean? And
now you scared.
I felt what he said after the fact. I was a little upset, like,
Bro, you got Cash App?
after I approached it.
The fucking bank systems was down, bro, and I got Wells Fargo.
Yeah, I use Mattress Financial. I don't trust the bank.
I'll send it to bro. Because I got...
Yeah, this is 30 ball.
What's that?
This is 3 right here.
Disrespect to Big. Big is a legend.
That's 3
So
right
what I'm about to say is not a shot.
He said send me 3150, and that's super
What I'm
sour.
saying is that,
Super
all
sour
right, I
diesel.
seen an interview when Biggie had the glasses.
No, I got 10 for him.
Oh,
okay.
Well,
yeah, send me 21.50.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll be 20.38 because they only charge 38 cents on $20. Cash App. I'm thinking about Venmo. Yeah, Cash App only charge 38 cents for every 20. I thought I'm thinking about Venmo. One of them motherfuckers is $1.50.
And then presented it to Biggie. Who said sample the Diana Ross?
Actually, no. I mean, I still work for him right now, but my last day is Friday, bro. Because I start at Brinks on Monday. And they pay $19 an hour.
I've been an artist. I know what that.
And they pay every week. And I can carry my heat. So
and we should sample big record.
Yeah. Freely.
Constant.
No, sir. So I think Lee Box do that shit. It's one and done. Because the lady at the interview kept it too real. She knew I was one of them niggas. She was like,
get in your puff
do you smoke, sir? I was like, cigarettes? She was like, no, do you smoke weed? I was like, yeah. She was like, that's fine. I drug test one time.
Yeah.
Wait. She asked you to smoke weed, and you said what?
You know what's crazy about that record?
She was like, that's fine. I kept it real. Me and the lady had a little rapport.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
felt like you trusted.
Oh, yeah. So she was like, fuck that white woman. She was like, we only drug test one time at the initial hiring process. She was like, the only time you will get drug tested after just if you hit something in your drink.
Right.
If she was white, I would have fucked.
Right.
I would have trusted everything.
But you could have just sucked my dick. I don't smoke shit. I don't give a damn what you talking about.
Yeah.
Wow. We just had to get Jay-Z to clear. When he cleared with the owners of the copyright, he made it to where any of the artists after him use the record.
Yeah, bitch, I smoke
hopefully you don't have to go through
You know what I'm saying?
Every hip-hop artist got to clear with Jay.
Well, they just need the Jay-Z clearance. The anti-clearance is good.
They sell shit in Walmart.
Jay's always showed you love, but then he bought like 1,000 copies. Crenshaw,
what's your cash rate?
You didn't even know him back then.
Nah, I mean, I met Jay in LA years ago at a concert. I was
matter of fact,
no plugs. Ran up to him, just like, what's up, I'm Nip, you know what I mean? I'm from LA, bro, I'm from Rolling 60s. He actually bought a lowrider. The story is, I ain't never asked him, but he bought a lowrider from one of my homeboys, Money Mike. That's in the My video. That Best of Me.
The baby blue one, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? He bought that from one of my homeboys, one of my G homies from LA. That was the old school hustler.
That was really his, huh?
Yeah, that was his. He bought that.
Tired of that nigga being so real.
Yeah.
Tired of that being so real.
Bro, he a fucking hater.
I would say, but he really meant that.
He did.
That nigga Charlamagne is sucking, man.
What you got this over?
Let me hear that suck ass shit.
The box.
He just.
So that was the only combo we ever had until the Crenshaw thing. But yeah, Jay been 100, man. Jay. Classic. Yeah. But to catch that alley-oop, I've been an artist. I know what that do. When I think about, and we should sample a big record.
Yeah, that's all. He sent them other mics through there.
Then I gotta also do the verse.
BK, what's the deal?
Throw me some alley-oops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen to what I'm saying in my interviews. Learn me. Get in your producer bag and throw me some alley-oops. I'm a catch.
Killer K.
Like,
yeah, bro, this Nipsey shit got niggas fucked up.
You sampled Hard Knock Life on that.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Did you have to clear? Who you had to clear that with?
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that record?
I thought you played the keys over just enough where you ain't had to clear.
Nah,
that's a hard motivation record.
Yeah, Hussle and Motivation. Yeah, so when Jay cleared, and this is what I learned.
Fuck, bro.
Process.
I can't believe this
shit. When
shit.
Jay-Z got Annie to clear the record, I guess when he paid him, he said, y'all gotta let every other rap artist after you use it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was his deal with whoever the producers and writers. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so we benefited off his negotiation in
Jay-Z said, y'all gotta let everybody do what?
Use like the Annie thing. You know how he sampled it first, pretty much.
He made it to where any hip-hop artist after him could use the record.
Yeah, he did that, so hopefully
he made it to where anybody can use the
sample.
Yeah. So every hip-hop artist got to clear with Jay first.
What's the song?
But they just need the Jay-Z clearance.
Was that
Annie
what
clearance is
that
good
Annie
as a
said?
hip-hop artist.
Jay's always showed you love. Did he buy like 1,000 copies of your Crenshaw? What album was the $1,000?
He bought 100 copies of Crenshaw.
He showed this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
Now, you didn't even
$100.
know him.
There was 1,000.
Nah, I met Jay
it was
years
$100.
ago at a concert. I was just backstage and I ran up to him. Just like, what's up, I'm Nip. You know what I mean? I'm from LA, bro. I'm from Rolling 60s. He actually bought a lowrider. The story is, I ain't never asked him, but he bought a lowrider from one of my homeboys, Money Mike.
It's the part he's talking about.
That Best of Me.
The baby blue one, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? He bought that from one of my homeboys, one of my G homies from LA. That was the old school hustler.
That was really his, huh?
Yeah, that was his. He bought that.
Tired of that nigga being so real.
Yeah, that's confirmed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Nah, but so.
What did he say? Basically, Jay-Z bought a old school from one of Nipsey's like gang homies.
Yeah, he's old Rolling 60
Nipsey's video, and then he told him like Jay-Z bought the car from one of my niggas, like that's really J. Card. And then Charlamagne was like, man, I'm tired of that nigga being so real.
Annie clearance is good.
Why did you say that right there?
Jay's always showed you love. Didn't he buy like 1,000 copies of your Crenshaw?
Because he bought 1,000 copies of Crenshaw.
He tired of Jay-Z being so real?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you didn't even know him back then.
Nah, I mean, I met Jay in LA years ago at a concert. I was backstage and I ran up to him just like, what's up, I'm Nip. You know what I mean? I'm from LA, bro. I'm Rolling 60s. He actually bought a lowrider. The story is, I ain't never asked him, but he bought a lowrider from one of my homeboys, Money Mike. That's in the My video. That Best of Me.
The baby blue one, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? He bought that from one of my homeboys, one of my G homies from LA. That was the old school hustler.
That was really his, huh?
Yeah, that was his. He bought that.
Tired of that nigga being so real.
Yeah, that's confirmed. You know what I mean? Nah, but so I just like, I'm Nip. I'm from Rolling 60s. He's like, nah, I know. You know, this was years before.
That nigga's interesting, but he a bitch, bro. He doing some weird shit.
Keep going. So that was the only combo we ever had until the Crenshaw thing. But yeah, Jay been 100, man. They just been, you know what I mean? Just always speak highly, always, you know what I mean? Tip his hat.
You got a filter in there?
A lot of love.
I had no idea that money gets mildewy when you. That's stuff he told me.
I didn't either. We learned the
Since
hard
I've been
way.
smoking them papers, I was like, I need all my shit out of the filter now.
Same thing happened to me.
Yeah,
it just hit different.
Oh, they keep it from Meldon.
Happened to me too.
But you buried it in the back. Your brother buried it in the back.
Goddamn, bitch. I'm
That's
chilling.
hard.
How much was it?
He buried $250,000 and came when we dug it up. It was like more than 100. It was like just stuck together. Imagine stacks of money.
You feel wet.
Yeah, and you can't
That's
feel
what it
It's
was.
just one lump of paper.
Happened to me too.
It happened to me too.
Because a lot of people know about Dr. CB, but a lot of people
don't talk about it. There's whole, bro.
So you about to have a full-scale documentary, a documented fact that he went to court and beat
about the court shit, not
nothing else, but about the court case that he won.
The pure denial to the government on camera.
Right. Everybody know AIDS is man-made. Everybody know they did that. Magic Johnson got it a long time ago. Like, what are we talking about? He's the longest nigga with having AIDS in the history of niggas with
that
AIDS.
Was supposedly full blizzard.
Man.
Full blown. Toe up, toe out. This nigga gained weight.
Boy, eating
got
good.
better jobs.
Nigga on the Dodgers now.
That's why I say got better jobs.
He's damn near like the spokesperson for AIDS.
He's the spokesperson for
Magic Johnson.
He's the spokesperson for California.
Man, right. It killed E.T.E., but it didn't kill Magic Johnson.
Come on.
They let me spend a little bit of it.
Come on.
And then they gave E.T.E. that shit at the hospital. That's what that was.
Oh yeah, we gonna give you this IV because you're not getting your water in here. You're not getting your food and nutrients. So we gonna hit you with this IV. Alright, you on sedated. You know what I'm talking about? They already want you out of here. You're not a public figure that they care about. You talking about fuck the police. You got a jail.
You got black people.
They know you used to sell drugs. You know what I mean? But you still got, like he say, certain areas like fuck. You know what? We finna lock up, but it don't matter. Shit like this happens. They get you up out of here somehow, some way.
And I'm gonna name my last album "The Spook Just Sat by the Door." You know what I mean? When I finish my situation with our partnership at Atlantic, and if anybody that ain't seen that movie or read the book, it's about a gang member from Chicago who presented himself in a way he never caught no cases. He had a clean cut look, and he infiltrated the CIA.
Yep.
And he became educated. And basically he used their agenda, which was to have a token nigga in the CIA for political reasons. You know, we're gonna speak.
We started like that now. Charlamagne was one of the token niggas. That's why he
and I think that in terms of hip hop, you think of the message that they embrace. I feel parallel with, like, you know what I mean, the power structure. I don't mean the culture.
He just say questions haterish too.
They got
man, because he's one of them. He's one of them. He's one of the dudes who
with a straight face too.
Yeah.
They intention against him.
Yeah, he's one of the niggas who's bought straight on in.
Strategy.
No questions asked.
Medicine in the candy. And what's interesting about that book,
straight on into the system. Straight on into what they do. Straight on into what their ideology is.
I don't want to go blow nothing up like he did.
There not be no sniper fish, Jordan. We're going to have some words, bro.
Well, we have all the words. I want you to tell me exactly what you think about it. Rate it 1 to 10. I tell everybody who gets something.
That's something I feel like we all got to do. Me and Kendrick and Top and Snoop. Kendrick talk about it in dedication.
I don't deal with Hussle,
we had a
bro.
combo
It's a little shaky. We gonna see.
We gonna see. You let me know.
A little bit of what we
Let me know.
That's what I'm saying. We definitely gonna see.
That's what I like. Like I said,
on average, people been telling me it's about an 8 out of 10.
Like just that one.
I know. Tell me your opinion. I need a steady average, so that way I keep getting better shit.
My bad. I said
pride myself for not having no Huckleberry.
You said what, bro?
I said I pride myself for not having no Huckleberry.
I take his product.
When I started smoking,
give me that Huckleberry fit.
Hell no.
Well, that is
no. We don't.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Mike Vouch, you said, I said, with the beard? Pull up, man. We gonna be about it, man. Well, I got this Kindle appointment I'm about to go handle real quick. Yeah, and I'm gonna start back through here.
We gonna handle it. I might still be here. I need to know what you think.
I ain't gonna be long. This ain't my bitch. We about to make love.
Oh,
okay. And it sounds like a rob.
He's playing with some pharmaceutical money, you know. And what's crazy, I'm working on a documentary on the trial in 1985. When Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York, right? Because he put in the newspaper, he cured AIDS.
Yeah, right.
He beat the case, and he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record. Yep. And nobody talk about it.
That's crazy. I'm in the middle of doing this holistic detox right now, day 6 of 14.
Yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah. So.
No food, nothing.
And they said it actually can help cure fibroids. It can
all kind of shit. That's why I fast all the time.
Cancer.
That's what I'm telling you, man.
And it's all natural herbs and all organic and all holistic without actually going
electric
to
foods.
Doctor and getting pharmaceutical.
Yeah. How you feel?
I'm like, you don't go to a doctor. I'm like, fuck the doctor. I'm like, I don't need to go see no doctor.
There's a natural cure for everything.
But I feel all right, better than I thought.
Now, what happened with Reebok? And were you signed to Reebok and the Reebok Puma release that you were there?
Nah, I did an endorsement with Puma recently. I don't want to go too deep into that because
I had to check your footwear when you said that. I was like, yeah, we got him on.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
They ain't faking, right? I ain't faking with this
shit. With the other thing is something that
talking about the Pumas. But he got a Puma endorsement.
Right. So then she looked.
And then she looked at his shoes. She's like, "Oh, he got them on."
Right, he like,
yeah, I ain't faking with
man.
this
I
shit.
ain't faking. You know I'm gonna have them on. I gotta deal with.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got a closet full of these motherfuckers.
That
shit crazy.
So
he didn't want to speak on it, but she tried to
life in jail.
Right. Try to fact check. Try to fact check.
All bad.
You gotta be careful with that. You know, I'm not even taking a check for nothing to say Rich Road. I would have told him. I'd have told the designers, no, bro, stay clear of that. You can't copyright. That's like putting Crip on a shoe or something. Who you gonna pay?
And that causes problems for you because niggas like, oh, you got paid off.
You know what I'm saying? And I even outside of that, because if I was right, I would stand on being right. That's not right. I'm not the beneficiary of that. You can't just pay me and think that. And by the way, they didn't pay me. You can't just pay me and think that we paid Nip and he speak for the bro. These niggas they got 100 years. Niggas
real talk right
suits.
now.
You know what I'm saying? What I look like taking a check, I can't do that.
Now, grinding all my life, you tell a story where somebody got stomped out and you say 50 and Mayweather bounced with y'all in Vegas. What was that?
That was a long time ago, man. At a club me and YG was performing at in Vegas called Strip Hop, and you know, a melee broke out. And, it ain't go in their favor.
It didn't go in their
favor. The niggas
favor.
that started it. And just so happened 50 and Mayweather was in the club. You know, they had all the cars and shit. They were really just coming to show love. And, you know, it made the news. It was a big old thing, but niggas tried to rob us. You know what I mean? Like, somebody was waiting outside of my section. It was all girls coming into the section to take pictures. And, you know, you be in the section, your chain hang. You be standing on the couch. And, you know, somebody was like, where you from? One of the niggas, I'm thinking you're a fan. I'm like, huh, you got my concert. You don't know where I'm from. I'm from L.A., bro. He's like, no, where you from? And I frowned. I guess my homeboy seen me frowning, dope fiend. And then just a big old melee broke out. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's what that was about. It's on YouTube. The
homie just seen his face and knew something was going on. It's loud. It's popping in that motherfucker.
That was probably taken out of context.
He ain't hear that conversation. All he seen was that nigga face. He like, 2 questions. Some, and he said that, nigga just came in like.
Yeah. That was good money. I'm
not
saying like they needed our help. It's just like, you know, a little fact. They was in the building and, you know, they got footage of Floyd on the internet arguing with the police in the front of the club. You know, I be trying to revolve around real shit that took place. You know what I mean?
Just to go back to the Dr. Sebi thing real quick, what makes you want to do a documentary? Okay,
get it right, man.
What makes you want to do a documentary about?
Trying to fuck it up.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I think the story is important. I think it's a powerful narrative.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I think imagine this. Anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could show you an example of him going to trial and proving in a court to a jury that he cured AIDS. Y'all would be interested in that.
Absolutely.
And y'all would look into the way he did it, right? So I feel like more so than like championing his products or explaining his methodology,
right?
Put some light on that case.
Imagine being able to cure cancer or being able to cure any type of herpes, just all kinds of.
And that's what he do, by the way.
That's what he did. Yeah. He used to send all types of vitamins up to the station.
You had herpes?
No, I said vitamins.
Look, this is what you want to talk about.
Boosie
Boosie ass nigga, bro.
This guy's crazy.
You know what? I was asking, what happened with Cardi B? People were mad. What you said about Cardi B, I guess.
Nah, that's not what I said. And you know what I mean?
Just she's a woman.
Yeah, I like Cardi B. Right. Cardi B did a verse for me.
You started it off saying, I like her.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, anybody don't like Cardi that hate. I used to watch her IG clips and be laughing like this girl crazy, but her personality is golden.
You might just have one.
You know what I mean? But wrong is wrong, right is right, bro. That's what I grew up on. Niggas that love me, bro, gonna tell me, bro, you was wrong. Right. All right, don't tell me that in public. Wait till we get back to the hood. I might set off a melee. And niggas gonna fight with me, but when we get back to the hood, bro, that was bullshit. Don't do that. You gonna get us in a wreck. Wrong is wrong, right is right.
But that terminology she used is like real.
And look, just for the record, that's how Bloods talk. Blood say crab. Blood say fruit. Crips say slob. Crips say dead. Like, if I was with all my homeboys, I'd be like, bro, give me a dead bull. That's how we talk. But I'll be intentionally respectful on the record because we talking about a public environment, which is the music industry. Right. You feel what I'm saying? We saw what happened with
niggas saying them words while they rapping them in the club. And niggas be rapping.
Y'all gonna be caught on camera squabbling.
You gotta talk.
You gonna violate by you worth 300 million, Suge Knight. You gonna go to the pen. Pac, you gonna die. Right or wrong, that happened. That was gangbanging. That was set tripping publicly. Right. So we would be bad leaders to recreate that.
What about somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I don't want to talk about other people for real. You know what I'm saying?
He don't want to talk about
that. I feel my own way about it, but God bless everybody, man. Get your money. You feel me? What I said about Cardi, Big asked me, and so I spoke on it. But I don't want to hate on Cardi B. Get your money, Cardi. I respect what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? She done a verse for me. I see the Migos, I shake their hand. You know what I'm saying? I respect her come up. She came from the gutter. About saying disrespectful things on IG, I'ma always be like, that ain't the move. That's not what you're supposed to do. Now, do I tell you what to do? Nah. You get it how you live. If you like it, I love it. I just know me and mine, we're gonna move this way because I'ma always stand on what I do. So that if I walk into a room full of bloods, and I ain't gonna be like, oh, they go to slobs, I'm not finna talk like that. That's called being a cell soldier. Disrespectful. On some jail shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cell soldier.
A nigga that's in the cell popping it. Because you can't get touched. You hide behind the cell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pop the gates. Talk like that. If you ain't gonna talk like that, then keep it one way. I've been in a tank with 100 bloods before. I'm from 6-0 Crip. I ain't finna call niggas slobs. They gonna kill me.
Man.
But I ain't finna, this is where I'm from, homie. You feel what I'm saying? So, same the other way around. I've been in a dorm with 100 Crips and 2 or 3 bloods. And niggas ain't using that terminology. They not. That's just against the laws of nature. It's self-preservation gonna prevent you.
Self-preservation.
That's what I was speaking on. But for the record, and just for the New York bangers, I respect real niggas everywhere. It's real niggas everywhere. In every city and state. You can't take that from nobody. Gang culture came from out of LA. I don't mean it ain't real niggas in New York that pushing a line as Bloods and Crips. But we gotta be honest. We gotta speak honestly. We can't be political about shit that niggas dead and doing life for. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's my stance on it. But like I said, everybody get money, man. I respect Cardi. You know what I mean? She linked up with Wacko, one of my a nigga I respect. He a Paru. And you know, I ain't mad at her. Do your thing. That's just my personal opinion. It's in your interest not to be public dissing gangs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to put your security at risk. Because it ain't going to be you shooting.
Right.
Or getting shot at. You're going to be pushed into the car.
You know, we were talking about on Friday.
All facts, bro. All fucking facts.
And how do you feel about checking in? Because, I mean, it's a big thing, especially in LA. You know what I mean? Because it's so open. And, I mean, you could drive in a block in LA. One block could be a sunny, clean block. Next block, you in the middle of the hood.
100%. Yeah. Checking in it suggests friendly extortion when you say checking in. A relationship is different.
Right.
Because we all need relationships. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure when you travel, you from New York, but you got relationships all over the country. Charlamagne, you got relationships all over it. Angela, I'm sure you do too. And a relationship, I don't believe in fake relationships. So it just establish genuine relationships everywhere you go. You'll be in a better position. And you do that off being respectful and being, you know, you reciprocate. Somebody come to your city, bro, you need something. Whether it's a car, some weed, you know what I mean? You want to go somewhere to eat, what you need. You out of town, I got you. Not just some protection, you feel me? So I wouldn't say the check-in, I don't know nothing about that. But just, I got relationships in New York that it's respect. When I pull up, you know what I mean? Niggas will make sure I got whatever I need. Same in LA. I can get you from the airport, bro. You can take my car. You can come to my store. You can meet my homeboys. You can get niggas' numbers. If you any problems or whatever, just call in. Or you want to know where to go eat at. That ain't because you had to. That's because
respect.
Yeah, we only from one place. You know.
On dedication, you say you want real nigga reparations. What's your idea of real nigga reparations?
Access, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we boxed out.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Angela was saying earlier about like cryptocurrency and technology. We underrepresented in technology. I just
checked my cryptocurrency, bro.
A co-work
my
space.
shit grew to 4 bands right now in US dollars.
And so we did our grand opening. Don Peebles, who's a billionaire real estate investor, came down.
I don't know if we got something to do with him or not.
And, I know he was into that shit.
I think the last time I checked it, I was only like at $600. You know what I'm saying? It's at 4,000 right now.
He put facts about the wealth inequality on the wall as like the aesthetic of the building. And you look at Facebook, you look at Google, you look at all of these multi-billion-dollar technology companies, and look at their demographic. It was like a bar chart. White, Asian, black. It was like less than, the highest one I seen, I think, was Facebook with like 9% black people working in that company. How many of us got Facebook? All of us. How many artists who got hundreds of millions of followers are black? And they leverage their value off the amount of people and eyeballs. So that's what I mean when I say
let me call you
right now at this moment. You know what I mean? That's what that would be what that term represents. Like, we want access. You know what I mean? We should be included. And not only should nobody let us, it should be affirmative action. We should be educating ourselves and being
actively pursuing that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And also be aggressive with saying, bro, don't play with me. With the way you position your business model. We aware. Don't play with me, homie. I'm gonna be disrespected like you spit in my face. It's actually more disrespectful than spitting in my face. You know what I mean? So that's what I meant by that.
Now, everybody on Bitcoin now, you mentioned it a couple of times already, but you've been on cryptocurrency.
You know what's crazy? I remember I got into it with Complex a while ago, and I got upset because they put me on an underachiever list.
You said Mark Echo, actually.
Yeah. I had a meeting. Karen Civil set up a meeting with Mark Echo because he owned Complex, and so I went up there, and we had a long convo, and after we got everything out the way, we just started popping into each other. And he was like, I was telling him about my concept for the Marathon store. I'm like, I want to have 10 stores in America. I want to have a retail network like Apple. I could drop my albums in my own stores. I could control the aesthetic and the environment. I could surround niggas with products. He's like, yeah, that's cool, but look into e-commerce.
Right.
He basically shitted on the whole idea, like, fuck a store.
That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah, everything's shifting toward e-commerce. And he was like, look into Bitcoin. I was like, 13.
Wow.
So after that, I started researching it, just doing my
documentary was in like 15. You know what I'm saying? That was like 2 years behind when he found out about it. He went all overseas and shit. You remember we was watching that shit, bro? So I said, niggas been knowing about Bitcoin, and I just ain't fuck with it yet. I need to get my real money up right now. You know what I'm saying? I can go fuck with some money that might come in the future.
No, what it is, you just buy it and then nigga, I forgot about it. This shit just grew, nigga. It's just growing on its own.
Certain ones, yeah.
You gotta know there's no way I could take issue with anybody's sexuality. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I got people in my family. I got people I love. My homegirls, some of the people that I grew up around that that's their lifestyle. I could never judge nobody for their sexuality. But what they took out of context was a critique on the media. I made a critique on the media, and I was really speaking toward what my homeboy Big U did for the kids, and the image of, somebody that came from prison, that came from gang culture, what the image gets portrayed as around that type of individual, and what this person's actually doing. And I think that it was taken out of context, and that's a sensitive thing. I would never want people to feel alienated or like, damn, an artist that I'm inspired by or look up to or somebody I respect might look at me as less than. That's not what I meant. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just got taken out of context. And it's a movement right now for like acceptance and equality. So, there's a whole machine built behind it. It's like a witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? Let anybody say
sexism, homophobia.
It's a witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? So I fell into that. It's all good. You know what I mean? I respect it. I'm with the movement of equality and everybody respect everybody's individuals.
They ain't going for the witches though.
I think they were just upset.
You know what I'm saying? It's a witch hunt, but they're not going for none of the witches.
So-called real men.
People that have said, "I'm sorry for doing it," ain't getting touched.
More clear, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I
all
do
races
things off of intention. We all human. We gonna make mistakes, but I gauge somebody's intention. What was you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? And if the intention is clear, I give the execution a little wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? Or the articulation. And I'll ask everybody, look at my intention. You know what I'm saying? What was I trying to say?
Right.
Trying to big up my homeboy for creating a banquet for these young kids from the hood that play football. Got everybody suited and booted.
What he said right there, bro, that's what my cousins didn't do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
kids food.
While y'all over here trying to execute me, lecture me, what I said, what was my intention, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Eritrean ancestry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm making a movie about the summer of 2003 when I was 18.
Whatever she said, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? However she twisted shit up,
I didn't know I was going.
however she got the information, bro, you know what I'm saying? My intention wasn't, you know what I'm saying, to...
I had a studio, I was like knee deep in
whatever y'all feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I went out there for 3 months and it changed my life. I was sick the first 2 weeks. I was like culture shock, depressed. I didn't understand. I didn't really have no way to. I didn't know what to do out there. But after the first 2 weeks, I embraced what was going on. And I just kind of, it's like I had to let go of my comfort, what made me comfortable. I was smoking weed every day, riding around the hood in the car with rims, and I just had a different comfort zone. And once I got out of that, you know, it changed my life. You know, one thing that was unique about the culture back home is that everything built around food. So that's what makes a family close, that you eat with your family. You know, I learned that from being out there. We move so fast out here in our culture that we might, what's up, mom? Boom, and leave. It might be 7-8 years. We eat at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and even then, we running in for the meal, sit down, and we get back to the grind. Every day back home, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., whole city shut down. Everything but the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going home. The men going home. The kids' schools let out, and everybody eat lunch.
Now, how does all the energy surrounding Black Panther affect
Where is he talking about? Where is that at?
Africa, nigga.
I mean, fashion day,
or just in general, people having like this sense of pride in the motherland.
Man, I think that's important. You know what I mean? If you don't connect to a country, it's a devastating thing. I ain't even understand that until I went. It's devastating if you can't connect to a country. Because we know we not from America for real.
And some people might have never been to where they're from too.
That was me. That was me. I was raised under my mom understanding. And I don't mean her personally. I just mean her being a Black American whose mom came from New Orleans, Louisiana, and a couple generations back, they was exposed to slavery, and you know what I'm saying. So to have an understanding of like, wait, it's a whole thousand year tradition that we connect to, and I'm fortunate because my dad was born over there, so I connect to it in one generation. So I met my grandmother, and I seen her way of living. This is my dad, mom. It's not 5 generations removed, so I connected to it easier maybe than somebody that do their ancestry, figure out where they from and then go visit it, but don't got nobody that really love them. That you can say this is my immediate family. But you know, I think that movie was powerful. I seen it on the day of my album release. I was doing a lot, but I made sure I went to go bought a ticket and seen it. And just the last line Michael B. Jordan said was a powerful line.
Oh, about the bondage. Bury me in the ocean.
You know what I'm saying?
People who knew death was better than bondage.
That's heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy.
He just had to say it over.
I didn't even hit him. I'm like, man, that was a powerful line. That's one of the most powerful things I heard. Because I felt that viscerally being in the streets. I would rather die than go to jail for life. I remember feeling like that. I'm a whole court. When we used to be on bullshit that might have us go away forever, I'd be like, don't get in this car with me, bro. If you ain't, I'm not going to jail for no shit like this. I'm gonna go to court because it's to me, you'd rather die. I talk to niggas that got a life. You'd rather die.
Than be
you know what I mean? So I felt that. You know what I mean? I think that was a powerful movie.
Now, when you came in here today, you said you haven't smoked in
25
5 months
plus
either. So what does that do for you? And when you feel like you can just give it up permanently?
I never want to say never because I get something out of smoking weed sometimes. but I think anything in excess turned into a liability. And even for me, like, you know, I got an intense promo campaign. You know, I gotta be on camera. I gotta be on time. I gotta be, you know, I gotta be able to think sharp. So, when it comes to like going out to the public and representing my product, I don't want to be. And even in business, you know, you come in there smelling like weed. Whether they say it or not, they hold it against you. They think they got a little edge on you if they don't smoke.
Even now in Cali, with being legal,
I mean, it ain't even like you're a criminal thing. It's that I think quicker than you. I'm more focused than you. I got more discipline than you. I got less of a need to be comfortable than you.
Until you say, well, I have my own dispensary and my own shit.
Yeah, all of that. From far as growing it, selling it legally, we still do that. But just me personally, I don't use no drugs. I might drink some wine, you know what I'm saying, right now. But I don't mean I haven't in the past. Right now, it's more important to be focused.
Now, you said soda, too. When you came here, you said, I stopped smoking weed and stopped soda. You was a soda fanatic?
I was drinking lean. You know what I'm saying? I was pulling it, and I didn't know how unhealthy that shit was.
People were dying.
Yeah, and part of that also is the amount of soda you drink. You gotta think if you wake up and drink a soda at 8 a.m. and you drink sodas the rest of the day. Bro, I'm a skinny nigga. I had a pot belly. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't look right on the skinny nigga. You know, but just overall, just feeling unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way that feel. Your eyes, it show. You know what I mean? So, I was like, you know, I'm off all of that shit. I'm gonna just focus on being healthy, working out, eating good as best I can. You know what I mean? Being focused. And then I seen my team. I had a convo with Puff about the weed. Because, you know what I mean? He like, you look like you been doing yoga, nigga. He was making a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to glow, nigga. I'm like, nah, I stopped smoking the weed. And then he like, why? And so I had a convo with him. I'm like, we leaders. We got a lot of people that follow us. But when we stop, a lot of my team stopped smoking. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that look to me, you know, just be in the gym now. And just be on a more focused frequency. So, you know, again, I ain't on the anti-weed campaign. I think it's when you feel like you want to go do something violent, smoke you some weed.
That's the sativa though.
There we go.
Smoke the right strain of weed.
Yeah.
Some indigo.
Some marathon OG. Smoke some of that. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple questions.
This nigga funny.
I'm paraphrasing, but a couple niggas every generation that remind us of our strength and our stolen greatness.
Yeah.
Expound on that line a little.
I said, see, it's a couple niggas every generation that wasn't supposed to make it out, but they decode the matrix. And when they get to speak, it's like a stolen language. Or it's like a coded language. Reminds niggas of their strength and all the stolen greatness. Yeah, that's clear, right? I think it means, to me, it's like, you know, and I say this in the humblest way. I ain't trying to big up my gangster or my hustler when I say this. But, you know, it's
being black is the shit.
Yeah, that
it's
too.
It's a privilege to be black.
That too. And just even like coming from where we come from and the shit that, you know, we was involved in and just being a part of the 90s in the 2000s.
We was just talking
South
about
Central.
Yesterday, literally. Just
I don't know
talking
too
about
many
this.
people that made it. They had gang enhancements, technology took over, they started putting cameras up everywhere. But our culture didn't adapt.
I'm trying to tell you, literally, just had this conversation.
Even though it's cameras everywhere. Even though they got cell phone towers.
Man.
So we
everywhere.
Victim to the
where the footage at?
So the fact that we here, you know, I feel like, you know, it's one or two or three maybe, hopefully more every generation that somehow, you know, I think it's God, my personal opinion, that, you know, keep you protected through them situations while you learning what you really here for. But, you know,
and constantly reminding us of who we are.
100%. And being able to speak
maybe he was
place
done,
of experience. But on a platform,
man,
you know,
maybe he was done.
Place of success.
He was like, bro, you did what I think you needed to do at this time.
Right.
Come on,
send this white man in.
He got us niggas in here on to Dr. Selby right now. You know
we was already on him.
No, but I'm just saying.
Right, but in general, now more people are.
Definitely.
It definitely is a shockwave.
Cars with us, spots with us, really went through that.
He called him up, bro.
Again, in a humble way. I don't mean this.
He called him up.
Tough nigga. I just mean the
bro.
path that niggas took.
Damn.
33.
It's like
that's what I'm saying, bro.
You know,
he called him up.
You know what I mean? I know.
They talking right now.
For him to be right there.
He like, I ain't wanna go yet. He like, bro, I already know.
How on the West Coast, you guys are very supportive of each other. Just seeing the relationships that you have with other artists.
Yeah.
I know you feel the love because sometimes people from where they're from, they don't feel that love.
That was something that we did consciously. And it ain't fake. Like, I really fuck with YG. I respect YG.
I see y'all work a lot together.
Yeah. And that ain't for the cameras. You know what I mean? I had 4-5 hour combos with YG. I was supposed to be there the night he got shot. I was at the studio the next couple days chopping it with him. You know what I'm saying? My mama and his mama know each other. You know, I fuck with J305. I fuck with Dom Kennedy. You know what I mean?
Niggas all from
and everybody else. G Malone. You know what I'm saying?
Dom Kennedy,
No.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Schoolboy from Hoover. I got respect for Schoolboy. You know what I mean? Our hood's beef in a real way. In a real way. On sight, killing. The Hoovers in the neighborhood car. You feel me? But I got respect for Schoolboy. And I got, you know, one of the reasons is because I saw what happened with Death Row. You know what I'm saying? You can't mix that shit. We gotta have some type of, it's like the county jail. We all in here, bro. Ain't no way around it. We gotta have some structure. In the county, it'd be times when, you know, you walk into a dorm and it'd be like, bro, you the enemy. You gotta fight, but we're not gonna jump you. We're gonna give you your head up. That's structure. Because if niggas getting jumped in this dorm, what you think gonna happen next door?
Right.
The yo homie that's surrounded by 15 of them.
Right. Every day.
Niggas in here getting stabbed in this dorm. What's
Every
gonna
day.
happen next door?
Exactly.
Everybody gonna be getting killed.
Every day.
So it's structure that prevents shit from going haywire, you know?
Now you telling me somebody randomly ran up on him in broad daylight, and he just said this about the county jail in L.A. Come on, bro.
We don't want to divide the fan base. We don't want all the Crips.
They talking about gun violence.
Riding with YG. We don't want everybody.
Get out of here, man.
Who they listen to?
Uncle Sam got the puppet strings out right now, fam. I'm telling you.
And
it ain't gotta be about Dr. C. It can be about whatever he got going on that we don't know about. But Uncle Sam playing with this shit, cuz Dr. CB or not, he playing with this shit on us, the black community. Period. This ain't got shit to do with what we may have think it's about. But that man playing right now.
They did a concert together.
That man's playing right now.
RJ versus Greedo.
That's why we don't know what the fuck going on. Everybody saying all these different things.
RJ. And niggas had their purple flags and their red
flags. They finna drop some shit. In
I don't know, the whole city was like, this shit gonna turn into blood.
They finna drop a law while we talking about this shit. Something finna happen.
And they did that song that they had together. And I saluted that and I respected that because I was in the cut watching. Like,
you was there?
No, I was just on the internet watching the back and forth. You know, and I was just like, I hope niggas don't let this shit spill out. That's gonna impact everything in the wrong way. And they, you know, they did it like bosses and turned it into a concert, made money, put on a good show.
We not already up and running while it's happening.
They did their song together. And now it turned into a streaming show. So I think that it's so political that we gotta be conscious and we gotta create, you know, some structure so that we can stay here.
Well, how do you get that mentality to translate to the street then? Like what y'all doing in the industry, how do you get that to translate throughout the whole street?
People got choices, right? So you're gonna look at what this group of people did and what the repercussions were, what the feedback was for doing this. And you're gonna look at what this group of people did and look at the feedback. You wanna go to jail for life? You wanna get killed? Do what we was doing. You're gonna get you some money, level up, create brands, build your team, get your family, get your homies on. Follow what we doing. It's your choice.
My last question from Nip, man, because I'm riding in the car and I'm like, boy, Nip gonna give you some shit for this.
Look.
You said that your mistress is Creole.
Oh, man.
How do you get away with that?
Hey.
Man, it's music, man. I said my wife is a C-note. I said this life is a freak though. My wife is a C-note, but my mistress is Creole. You know, that was number one. I recorded that before I had a girl for real.
Oh, okay.
Before I was in a relationship.
That's a disclaimer.
That's a fact, though. I ain't just being political, but then again, it's
right. Lauren
my girl's an actress. If she kisses a nigga on
he
camera,
wanted her since ATL, but she ain't never gave him the time.
I love the fact you said your girl, so y'all back together, y'all good.
Yeah, we solid. Players fuck up too, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
She
don't play.
Yeah,
she don't run down on you.
Yeah, she ran down on Charlamagne. You know, Charlamagne went hard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Boogie, man. You know, she know how to defend herself and stand up. You know what I mean? And you know, she from LA. She grew up. A lot of people might think she got a privileged background. She ain't got no privileged background.
She went to homeschool and shit, but she from out there.
Yeah, she come from LA, man. You know what I mean?
They kept her out of the school district. They knew she was about to do something.
Zeroed in, but I told her from jump though. I'm like, you gonna meet Charlamagne and like Charlamagne, respect Charlamagne. You know what I mean? Charlamagne known for being honest and you know what I mean, ruffling feathers.
Right.
But
Antagonist.
I know his stance, and I'm like, y'all got the similar mentality in terms of like what's right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she got a lot of love and respect for you. Bro.
She recommended a book to me, but I can't remember the name of it. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, what was it?
But she said she recommended it to you too.
Oh yeah, nah, this is a powerful book. It's called The Way of the Superior Man.
Oh yeah, the Superior. There you go.
Yeah, she fucked me up with that book too. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a book women should not give to their man unless they really secure in themselves. Because the message of that book is basically for powerful men how to deal with your power. Because you know you got options. You get power and money and fame. You can go crazy.
Right.
So it just gives you
not in a bad
unique perspective.
Go crazy,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
Or extra shit for no reason.
The right way to do things. You know what I mean? Yeah, from the author perspective.
I need to get that
book.
Well, we appreciate you joining us.
Nipseyhussle.
Yeah. Victory Lap. Yeah.
And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is crazy.
That shit. I'm sick. That shit crazy, boy. That shit crazy, man. Out of this shit, man.